What's up, TikTok? All right. Welcome to another Woods Report. So we got a lot of news going on right now. A lot of stuff happening right now.
What'd you do here?
Move that so it doesn't move the thing. Same thing we do every day.
Oh, let me fold it.
Okay.
Because that would bother me.
All right.
Okay.
Katt Williams is in the news. Have you seen anything? Or you haven't seen
attention to him?
No, it's been on everywhere.
I haven't paid attention to him.
Oh, yeah. It's been everywhere.
Because he's always negative.
But it's been everywhere.
He's funny.
Right,
I love him to death.
Right.
But the last time I saw him, he was getting smart with somebody. You showed the lady that came at him. And he was,
that lady
he
on
wasn't in a good mood. So I was like,
Katt Williams is never in a good mood.
Negro, you need some help. But go ahead.
Well, first of all, I want to start off by saying Katt Williams is funny.
Nobody's saying he wasn't.
No, that's what are we saying this?
Oh, okay, because like Monique, we all gave her props.
Monique is funny.
But she just needs some help.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So start off by saying Katt Williams is funny. Okay, so I have to give props where props is due.
Pimp down.
Yeah, anything involving a pimp,
he's good when he
or
plays.
Anything involving a short guy or something.
When he plays as a character in a show, is good as well because he's in that character,
and he also plays guys that are stupid, even though he's a genius. He's smart. Mm-hmm. But he can play a dumb guy real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Katt Williams is funny. And he's always going to be controversial. But Katt Williams, in my opinion, is brilliant in the sense that he knows how to make people talk about him when he has something coming. So that must mean it's another special or something is coming.
This, though, we kind of catching on.
No,
everybody.
No. People know they haven't.
No, not everybody. But I'm catching on to
honey,
that some people are in the news for a reason, and then something does come along with their project.
I got it.
We said a few people.
I got it.
Not a lot of people, though.
But not the world. And the country.
No, not the world. But we mentioned it on our show because you say it.
Yeah.
Maybe they got something common.
Right.
And you got us all thinking that. And they do.
Some of us have got the matrix. We understand it. We know we in it. And we understand how to navigate through it. Okay? We know there's gatekeepers. We know there's people that, can either build your career, tear it down. We know that how people think. We know that people have an attention span of about 3 seconds. As soon as another story comes, nobody's even talking about Diddy anymore. Mm-hmm. Remember, it was Diddy. And Cassie. It was Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. He'll never have another career after that. Will been doing everything now. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody remembering that he smacked Chris Rock. Mm-hmm. Or don't even care anymore. Where it was the biggest news in the world when it happened. We understand that.
Emerald did it, right? He's kicking off another tour.
Yeah. So
that's publicity.
Right. But Katt has a very high IQ in real life. And he knows that. So he knows how, not only does he understand how the matrix works, but he understands how people think. He knows how they think. He knows what they do. He knows how they react to things. So how do I make the most noise in the little amount of time around the world of comedy? And that's to go after the most major people in comedy. Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, Rick Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, Martin. Anybody that was huge, I'm going after them. Probably the ones that's passed on, I'll leave them alone. Bernie Mac's not here anymore, so I can't really go after him.
Here's my question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Why now?
Well, because he probably has a tour. He probably has a tour.
Because you could have did that last year.
Now, with that being said, I understand how Katt Williams thinks. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't mean that everything that Katt Williams was saying was not true. It just means that he finds the right time to say it, and he knows when to say it and what atmosphere to say it in. Some of the stuff he was saying wasn't true.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
How you know?
Because I can see with my own eyes. I know he wasn't. He says he runs faster than some. They were saying as fast as he ran, he was talking about how you could clock him or something.
Oh,
they were saying you would run faster than Usain Bolt if you ran that fast.
I thought you meant that when you said that. Of course, I don't believe that.
Right.
I'm thinking you saying something he's saying about these
oh, that too. So we'll start off. Okay. We'll start off by saying, because you didn't watch it, he went on Club Shay Shay. Okay, you know Shannon show. Mm-hmm. And he went on there because he said that Shannon had these comedians. These comedians came on Shannon's show, Ricky and Cedric, and they lied, he said. And they brought his name up. So he said, I'm going to come on the air and I'm going to clear up this mess.
Why would they bring Katt's name up?
Well, let's talk about it.
Okay.
So Cedric the Entertainer, first of all, he was funny. He called him a walrus. Said his arms was like this. He could barely sit on the couch.
That's just me.
Going for the fat jokes. I got it, Katt.
Low-hanging fruit.
Low-hanging
Short man, come on.
And Katt always goes for the fat jokes. I can find a million jokes that Katt does, but he's used to us going for him for short. Talking about doors being closed and all of this. My joke has always been with Katt Williams. No door would ever be closed for you because you're short and you can walk under them. I've always said that. That's always been my joke about Katt Williams. So, of course, you know everything.
No door's going to close for you because you can walk under them.
Of course, you know everything because you walk under doors. You're short. Or you can fit through the keyhole. So, I said that about him. I've always said that about him. Okay. Even though I love him.
Okay.
But that's always been my counter against him fat. If I ever met him and we was cracking on each other and he said something about my weight, you're walking under doors and sliding through keyholes. You're short. So, and he's used to that.
Okay.
That's short jokes. All right. Or the pimp thing with his hair. I would say something about his hair or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, so he said Cedric stole a joke from him. There's a joke that Katt Williams did a while ago that he's like how white brothers act when they inside these like Cadillac DeVilles or whatever, these big kind of cars. Mm-hmm. And they get on the thing and they drive. They be all little in the big old car driving like this. Mm-hmm. And then he said in the car, and he even did turning the ignition, doing the foot thing to get it going. And he made it where the car broke down. And you still got to look cool.
Oh, gosh.
So he's still walking up cool, lifting up the thing, checking everything. Still cool.
Okay.
Walk to the back of the car. He pushing the car. Cool. To get it going. Remember you used to have to push your car to get it going?
Yeah.
And then you run and get in the car. Then you get back on and you on it again. So that's a funny joke. We all know that. All of us that was back in those days. Well, you remember Cedric the Entertainer did something similar in the Kings of Comedy. He talked about white people trying to build these spaceships going to another world. He said, we're going to be right there with y'all. Black people, y'all not leaving us down here on the planet.
Okay.
We're going to be with y'all. We're going to jump in our hoop. And then he said, we're going to be riding, trying to get up in there. Same thing. So he had the cigarette in his hand and they playing the music and he's stirring and stuff.
The car broke down and stuff?
No. That's why that's not the same joke, Katt.
It's not, Katt.
Katt, I know.
And we all ride in a car like this.
Do you know how many comedians I've seen sit on the stool and do the car with the music?
When she was even in the movie.
With the music and the steering the wheel. That's not the same joke, Katt. Now,
paranoid.
Was he influenced by you? I don't know. He could have been. Because I do comedy and there's a lot of people that I'm influenced by. I don't steal the joke verbatim, but they've influenced the way that I've told the joke.
Before you did that, saying that was an actual joke he told, we all can look at us and go, don't most people, when you're in the car, you doing this.
Right.
So you're doing a stereotypical black move anyway.
Right.
That's not your signature.
So when Cedric has always said, I did not steal that joke, but Katt Williams said he visited him before the Kings of Comedy. He went backstage, told him, I love that joke.
About him in the car and the car breakdown and stuff. Okay.
So there could be some there. If you're telling him
because he made it out.
Exactly. Because you went backstage and told him I love.
Now that's like giving you've already get confirmation, Mr. Cedric,
that you saw him do it, you liked him doing it, and all of a sudden it's on the Kings of Comedy.
You messed up.
Now another comedian said Cedric did the same thing to him.
Oh, okay.
He liked his joke, and then he saw it on the Kings of Comedy. Similar. Cedric might take things, but in my opinion,
he'll make it his.
Okay. Somebody else was taking church songs and changing them, and taking secular songs and changing them into church songs.
My Lord says shoot, bidoo.
Okay. Sometimes you laugh, and sometimes you cry. He said, why church people take all this? I've heard that joke a million times before Cedric did it.
Okay.
So does Cedric, I believe, take things from people and make it his own? I do. Mm-hmm. Do I believe that Cedric has things that's his? I do. Mm-hmm. Do I think Katt Williams was literally saying nobody thinks Cedric is funny? I think Cedric is funny.
I do too. Katt, that's not good that you coming down on your brothers. You got some heart. You going through something. Because I get it when you stealing. Hey, kind of take ownership. I get it. I get the ins and outs.
Right.
The ups and downs. But come on now, dude.
And then he said Ricky Smiley. He pretty much said the only career Ricky Smiley has is playing that church lady.
Didn't he talk about Tiffany Haddish too?
I agree with him on Tiffany Haddish.
He did talk about Tiffany.
I don't think Tiffany is funny.
I know, but he's talking about everybody.
I know. But
who is funny to him?
But he made a comment.
You're going to burn bridges, my brother Katt.
Well, he been did that.
Oh, you're going to be doing it all the rest of your life by yourself.
My thing is he
want to do it with him.
He made a comment about Ricky Smiley, and he said that Ricky Smiley lied when he came on Club Shay Shay. Ricky Smiley and Katt Williams were both in the second Friday.
They sure were.
Ricky Smiley says that original part that Katt Williams played, Magic Mike or Mike something, they offered it to him.
To Ricky?
To Ricky.
He don't even fit it.
He said he came down there, he read for the part, and they felt he would be better. They would do another thing for him and make him the Santa Claus.
That stole everything.
And he said he agreed. He fit that more. Yeah. So he was fine with that.
Yeah.
But he said he had done some work with Ice Cube and he wanted him to play that Mike part.
Yeah.
And they wanted him to come. Him said he lied. Ricky said, I didn't lie. That is the truth.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Ricky's pretty on top of it.
I believe Ricky. I'm sorry.
Lie.
The second thing was he said that Ricky Smiley pretty much wouldn't have a career if he wasn't dressed like that woman. The church woman, the dress, you know.
But I knew Ricky Smiley before he was the woman church lady. He was doing that.
We knew him. He
was on some drug or something.
We knew him before that.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. And then a lot of people didn't catch when he said Ricky Smiley's son passing away. And then after he said that, he mentioned the word Illuminati. Almost as if he sacrificed his son so that he can stay in the business. That I didn't like. And a lot of y'all who I love Katt Williams.
Why would he say that?
Because that's Katt Williams.
But what does that mean?
A lot of y'all love Katt Williams. But I don't like that.
But what does that mean? Help us understand.
A lot of people say the Illuminati. You know who the Illuminati is?
You say it, but
there's this group that's allegedly that is over the entertainment business. We said P. Diddy was in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And that they are the gatekeepers. They're the ones that make sure who comes in and who goes out. And if you want to be famous, you almost got to sacrifice something to get to them. Whether it's a human or yourself, or they have rituals and things like that.
Right.
Okay, you know now, right? Okay. So he was saying that Ricky Smiley, when he mentioned his son passing away, the next line he said was Illuminati. And so for me and a couple of other people who picked up on it was that he was almost saying, you sacrificed your son. You had to do that in order to get what you needed to get. He kind of was saying a lot of these comedians sacrifice something. whether it was sleeping with somebody or doing something to somebody.
How would he do his son though?
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm trying to understand.
So people,
that doesn't make sense to me.
Like people said, Kanye sacrificed his mother. Like you got to sacrifice somebody close to you.
But how are you sacrificing them? His mom died under the surgery.
Well, they don't say
it. Like it's really weird how that's being said and thought through. It's almost like a spooky spiritual thing.
It's not a physical.
Here in some back basement.
Yes.
Take my son.
That's what they're saying.
That's weird. And if you're a spiritual person, Katt.
And he's saying it's, and not him, I'm saying people who say it.
I'm just saying him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what he's pretty much saying. Okay. So when Ricky Smiley came out and addressed it, and he said, let me see if these people. Let me see. Because the Shade Room been following this thing for...
That would be hurtful. So now I know you really speaking...
Oh, Kevin Hart. He went after Kevin Hart.
You're really speaking from a hurt heart.
Okay, so this is Ricky Smiley. He responds. Is this...
It's not on. It's not on the volume thing.
Oh.
Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for. I guess when Katt Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Because ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're going to be...
Okay, so that was his first thing that he addressed.
Okay.
And then...
and then there was no contract ever that in agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my...
Now, Katt Williams went on to say that he put in his contract that Ricky Smiley had to be in a dress or was something like that, along the lines of if he was ever in a movie with him. And Ricky Smiley said, that's not true. That was never written in your contract because that role was really pretty much offered to me. I never auditioned. These are roles that people ask me to do.
So
I play a church lady. The person wrote the script and I thought of Ricky Smiley as the church lady.
Katt doing the same thing he don't like people to do to him.
Exactly.
Negro, come on.
Right. Well, the statement about Ricky Smiley is not funny. I've been sold out since 97.
That part.
Every single show I have done since 97, maybe not big arenas, but I pack up those theaters and have to add shows.
Now, I hate that Ricky Smiley had to even answer all this. He didn't have to, really, because you ain't going to see Steve Harvey and them saying nothing. But Ricky Smiley was like, so the only time I'm funny is when I'm in a dress? That's not true. I know Ricky Smiley as not being in a dress, and he's always been funny. He has his own stand-up.
So this is another wounded...
Hold on.
Like Monique.
You know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going. And you don't know who you're going to need. And I promise to God, if there's anything that he or anybody in his family, on his staff ever need, we'll be there.
Thank you.
Ricky Smiley.
That's the Ricky Smiley that I know.
Ricky Smiley pretty much said, I don't have no art against him. He said, I ran into him on the street a little while ago. He said he didn't say all this didn't come out when you, like, I didn't know you was like hovering. He said, my grandfather was in the truck. He said, I said, hey, Katt, what's up? He said, Katt was walking to Starbucks. He said, Katt said, hey, man, grab a cup of coffee with me. He said, I went into Starbucks. While he was waiting on his coffee, we was talking, just talking. He said, hey, man, my grandfather's a big fan of yours. Go on outside and say hello. He went outside. He said hello to his grandfather.
Was he under an influence?
Well, we're going to talk about that later.
Because think about it, y'all. If they under something, they going to say a lot.
Hold on. So, Ricky Smiley.
That's what I'm saying. Don't sound like him.
Ricky Smiley pretty much said, if you still have an art against me, I don't know what it is, but I would love to talk to you about it. I don't have no animosity against you. I like you. I think you're a great comic. Let's talk. He said, because I don't want to harbor, Ricky Smiley. I don't want to do nothing to nobody that's going to keep me on the other side of heaven. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much Ricky Smiley. So he let the invitation out to him. You just heard. If you ever need anything or whatever, my door's still open. I have not closed my door.
He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is.
So you sound like Monique to me. He seriously sounds like a angry person who has a void that he needs. You need Jesus, Katt.
There's a void there.
You are hurting and you are angry.
Yeah.
And now you pulling down everybody you've connected with.
But is he?
That's ugly.
Or is that him saying, I got a comedy special coming out?
That's it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Katt,
no, for you to see Ricky Smiley on the street and be like, what's up, man?
And
Come on in.
And the next breath, he doing this because of this, because of this. You got a tour.
That's
right. You got a tour coming up.
None of the comedians, I'm telling you right now, and I wrote this on Facebook, none of the people who Katt Williams was talking about are angry because they know Katt Williams.
Okay, you talking.
That's like us. Y'all see us, right? And we on here every day. Those of y'all who come in here and watch us every day, you kind of have a sense of how we think and how we talk and how we feel and respond. So if let's say we blow up and become real famous and y'all hear something. Girl, I heard Kim and Lenora. Girl, they was at the White House. Trump. They was smiling and cheesing and grabbing sandwiches off at the place that was going by. And when Trump came up to them, they was like, nice to meet you, Trump. You know what, Trump? Good you got in the White House.
You know what?
Some stability. It's like on The Color Purple. It's good to have some stability around here.
Yeah, look at some stability here.
Then we get back to our show. Did y'all see me telling him it was good?
You know what? Good acting, Kim. That was good acting. You're going to get you a Oscar for that one. Okay.
That's comedians know that about Katt Williams.
Okay, because I was
talking all of that. And then when we see each other, what's up?
What's up, my man?
Hey, man, what's up with you? Hey, yeah, you was doing a lot of talking on that club set. Man, you know me. I got a special coming out.
I got a tour coming up, man.
All right, I got you, man.
Gotta make some money.
Man, I've been doing this. Katt, you know how long, Katt be saying it. You know how long I've been doing I got it, Katt. We know you. That's how Michael Blackstone is taking him.
But they said it on The View. And here's the thing that we got to be real careful about. Even now we're in more and more and more AI and social media. The View, the beginning of The View, Whoopi and them was mad. Whoopi was for sure. They're tired of that kind of crap.
Yeah.
She said,
it's getting old.
Don't put lies out.
It's getting old.
She said, people saying about me and Oprah.
Yes.
She said, I'm tired of it.
Yes.
And they're saying she on the list too. What was his name? She said, I don't go nowhere.
They made us think. You know what I don't like about it? They made us think Oprah and Whoopi. And then when you go to the movie and she in it.
She said, Oprah went nowhere backstage. We ain't had no falling out. And you get tired of this though.
It's showbiz.
If it's lies.
Yeah, it's showbiz.
Now you can fabricate, you can kind of add with little truth that you do know, and kind of build on that maybe, but don't do lies.
But I think the reason why, go back to the Illuminati thing, I think the reason why Ricky replied is because of that statement. I don't know if Katt was blending the two. Maybe Katt, wasn't, and it blended, but you said the death of his son, and then the next line was about the Illuminati. It made it seem like you were saying he sacrificed his son.
And that's hurtful.
And to me, that would warrant Ricky Smiley coming out and saying something. Because he didn't say nothing about that, but it warned him as saying, dude, I ain't got no issue with you. Yes. If we want to talk off camera, we can do that. But when you did that, you went beyond pitching your show.
You know, people take a lie.
These people have been,
run with
let me tell you, these people on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, it don't take a lot to get Black people going.
It don't.
You don't even have to tell the truth.
Thank you.
And they will run with it.
Yeah.
Katt Williams tells the truth. Katt Williams is this. He's always honest. And I'm sitting here going, are you guys the dumbest boneheads? Katt does this every single time.
It's funny how
and then he talked about how the women, they all got the same women. They all in the Illuminati. All the women got these round heads. They all light skinned. He's with Hazel, who's a nut job from Love and Hip Hop back in the day. Katt has had women the same way. He's pitching a show.
Yeah.
And you guys fall for it why do y'all fall for the same thing every single time?
Here's the thing too. Why you gotta do that? Dave Chappelle don't have to do that. These guys,
because Katt Williams,
they don't need to do what Katt is doing to get people to watch your show.
He does.
That means you don't have a lot of people to watch your show.
Katt knows his audience.
Yeah, they're messy. They're messy.
You gotta know. You gotta know your audience. If you know you got an audience that likes mess,
yes,
and likes messiness, and likes, I'm gonna tell you this about this, or that's Monique.
Yeah, messy.
Monique has a messy audience. And that's why she can sit. That's why the women can sit in her audience and love everything she's saying.
It's like you amen everything they say because you are messy like them.
You messy.
That's like being that, like you saying, how can people go to churches with some crazy pastors?
Because you like
and they sit there and go, amen, pastor.
Now, I love Katt Williams. Katt Williams is hilarious.
Yeah.
But I am not Katt Williams' audience.
I am not either.
I wouldn't sit up and listen to albums all day on Katt Williams. I don't go to movies because Katt Williams is in it. I'm not his audience.
But look.
But he's hilarious. He's in the top 10 comics, if you ask me.
I think we're not a groupie kind of person for him.
No, we like him.
We like him. If he's in it, we're like, yeah.
And he's funny.
But I'm not going to
I'm not
everything you saying in interviews. I don't stick to you like that.
Yes.
I don't like you like that.
And you messy.
Yeah.
Let's say Steve, he says, now this is funny. That's why I'm saying he's funny.
Everybody talking about Steve.
Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is a clown, like he said. But he's still funny. He talking about Steve Harvey said he don't want to be in no movies. He said, you don't want to be in no movies. Don't nobody want you in no movies. You tall, you ugly, you a clown. Nobody wants you. You acting like you the one got your pick of the movies. I don't want to do this. He said you the same one that had a problem with Bernie Mac. And I agree. Okay. Steve Harvey did have a problem with Bernie Mac.
He said that too. He said that.
Steve Harvey will be the first person to tell you, I'm a clown. I didn't like Bernie Mac. Yeah. I'm wrong, y'all. Don't follow me. As he puts his cigar and his hat on and goes on his yacht.
Or on his boat.
Yeah. Steve Harvey said, I don't give a damn what y'all think about me. Let's go to Family Feud. That's Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
He ain't never said he was nothing other than that. Yeah. I'm going to dance and tap dance. What's wrong with you? Steve Harvey is that guy that's on the plantation and the brothers is making too much noise in the back dancing. And he come back there, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all gonna get Master mad.
Master gonna get mad at us.
Now he done sat here and let us have extra meat all week.
That's why he got mad at Monique.
Thank you.
Monique, shut up.
Be quiet. Shut up, rocking the boat. Just take your Netflix check and get on out of here. The second time I ask you, then you ask for some more money. Learn what you're supposed to do.
To be careful what we're saying.
Yes.
Master, get us.
But I love Steve Harvey because if I did that joke, he would laugh. And he would say, you're damn right. Now let me put my cigar in my mouth and go on
touching my money.
He said, I'm not jobs. I ain't sacrificing my check for y'all Negroes.
Y'all can be crazy all you want to. My 10 jobs I gotta keep. And he say that on his radio show.
As soon as somebody say something about me, y'all believe it. You think I'm gonna
sacrifice my check for y'all Negroes? Heck to the no. But you said Katt said what
But
about?
Katt's funny. Talking about Steve Harvey live.
His hair.
He said his hair was fake.
Well, we knew that in the Steve Harvey show. He had a fake fade because it was cut really
He
nice.
said you got all these Negroes thinking they can
really
get their hair like
Really
that,
nice.
and it's fake. It's a unit. He said unit. That's why Katt Williams is one of the funniest people in the world. He didn't say wig. He didn't say toupee. He said unit.
Very creative.
That's why he's the funniest. That's why he's the top.
Yes.
He chooses his words. I love Katt Williams.
Yes.
I don't want people to think I'm bashing Katt Williams. I just know who Katt Williams is.
Yeah.
I've seen him over the years. I've seen him on screen, and I've watched what he's done when he's not on screen.
Yeah. Very, very gifted with the comedy thing.
And I've seen and I've heard other comedians talk about him. Katt is phony. Katt will talk about you like a dog. Mm-hmm. And then when he see you, he talking about when he sees Cedric, he gonna punch him in the stomach.
You know what?
For taking his joke.
And Steve and Cedric has gained some weight.
When Katt Williams talking about we ain't never been in the same room. If they put him in the same room with Cedric, he'd be like, "What's up, Sid?
Hey man, what's up?
I thought you was gonna punch me in my stomach, little man. Go and punch me in my stomach.
Man,
you know I was selling the show. Why you acting like that?"
But you know what? He was quiet when he was in that other interview with that lady. So was he on something then, or was he on something on this?
Well,
one?
on this one, because they went on Shay's show and said all these things, so he had a foundation to build his jokes.
Oh.
Katt Williams was doing comedy at his best when he was on Club Shay Shay.
Really?
And people who are comedians saw it. Those of you who messy, that's what y'all saw. Y'all saw messy.
Mm.
But those people who are comedians, who are funny, that know comedy, we saw comedy at its best.
Okay.
It was some parts where he was doing,
show.
and we saw him promoting his show. There was some parts that was like, Katt, that's hitting a little bit below the belt.
Yeah. Well, you said the Sun thing with Ricky Smiley.
We saw comedy. And they've been going all around all day trying to get comedians to say something. And like Linnell, she said, I ain't saying nothing. Linnell, no.
Yeah.
She's not going to say nothing.
He's promoting his show, y'all.
She loved Katt Williams, and she loved everybody else that he was talking about. Mm-hmm. She ain't going to say nothing. Mm-mm. She going to be like, because I know what it was, y'all.
Okay.
So that's my thing with him. He said something. I said to Steve Harvey, Ricky. He said something. Martin Lawrence.
Steve Harvey
He wasn't really homeless, and Katt Williams was all over the place.
He was really promoting that tour.
He was promoting the tour.
All right, brother man.
Now you said something interesting when we first started talking about this. You said Katt Williams was supposed to be preaching. Katt Williams is running from his call.
Yeah, he like Jonah.
He's Jonah. Katt Williams is supposed to be preaching the word of God.
Evangelizing. Because he got the boldness to do it.
Yes.
He don't care about what nobody say.
Yes.
And you really, really need that.
Yes.
Just to come at somebody and say, look, do you know Jesus?
Yes.
You really need him. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So I thought that was funny.
But I know he's hurting. For me, when they showed that one time when he was just sitting on the ground, like he had just smoked
And according to him, he only does marijuana. Now, that's the other thing.
No, you lying.
Do you know how many people, we'll say allegedly. You know how many people was on Facebook saying, Katt say all he do is marijuana. Yeah, okay.
Katt he got something stronger than
I said, do y'all remember when Katt Williams was fighting that high school boy?
Yes. He was on something. It wasn't no marijuana. What was it?
Katt Williams is funny, but y'all got to stop with this.
They protected him. That's his fans.
You right.
He can't do no wrong in their eyes.
But they can't be stupid, though.
They stupid. He's smart, but
y'all can't be stupid.
He making money off of stupid people.
Just take what it is.
Whatever you say, go.
Take him as a comedian. Comedian.
Katt Williams.
Just take him as a comedian. Some of the stuff he said was probably true. I don't know. I don't know the intricacies of everything. Mm-hmm. But some of the stuff he was saying just wasn't true, y'all. Mm-hmm. So when y'all talk about, like Wendy just said here, Katt is straight up. No, he's not.
He what?
Straight up. Katt is straight up.
No,
he's not.
She said, I love Katt.
He's straight up. Like he tells the truth.
No, Wendy.
No.
I think for me, you got to be careful we can't give praise to people like that because they can be on some high and saying something like he did with Ricky Smiley's son. I'm not going to take everything Katt say.
Nah.
I give him his props.
Yeah.
Because he's promoting his tour.
And he's funny.
And it's going to be lies mixed in with truth, mixed in with whatever his little joke on it. You can't sit there
Kevin
and go,
Hart,
he's telling it like it is.
He said Kevin Hart was a plant.
No.
Kevin Hart is not a plant. Kevin Hart is funny. Now, whether you like Kevin Hart or not is ridiculous. Do I understand why he's going after Kevin Hart? Yeah. Because I felt like Kevin Hart's career was supposed to be Katt Williams.
Really?
Little short black man that's funny.
They are different journeys.
Kevin is goofy.
They're in different lanes.
He's their different lanes. Mm-hmm. And Kevin is goofy.
He is goofy.
He's goofy.
Slapstick.
I don't care what nobody say. That, and then he said, only a good comedian, y'all can name jokes. Yes, I can name Kevin Hart jokes. When he said he told his son to go out there and take the garbage out. Mm-hmm. And his son went and took the garbage out. Mm-hmm. And it was dark. And he's looking up, Kevin Hart is silly. Mm-hmm. He said he didn't want to take it out because of raccoons and stuff. Yeah. So he sent his son to do it.
Yeah.
His son come running up the...
So you could... Some comedians...
He closing the door. And he don't want the raccoon to get in. But your son got to get in.
So you remember... there are some comedians that you do remember a joke that they've told.
Yeah.
So
what you have to do...
with that one, Katt.
What you have to do as a comedian, in my opinion, unless you have a joke that... everybody knows you for. Mm-hmm. There's nobody that can take it. It's you. Mm-hmm. Then
you deliver it.
In my opinion, it's open season. Anybody can take your job.
Was it Tracy? What's the one that died? The Bebe Kids.
Yes. Nobody can do Bebe Kids.
He is Bebe
Bernie
Kids.
Mac. Nobody can say him downstairs. Nobody can say milk and cookies. Eddie Murphy. Nobody can say ice cream. Nobody. Nobody. You got a welfare burger. Nobody. Nobody.
Yeah, that's the trademark now.
Katt Williams. Pimp down. Nobody. Nobody.
Peripheral view. Because they don't say
using big words.
Yeah.
Using big words.
Yeah.
And brothers in the hood don't know what you're saying.
Yes.
Katt Williams.
So if you you're doing good if you're a comedian that have there's something that people can identify.
There's a joke that's tied to you. Those to me, and I'm a comedian, are the only jokes, in my opinion, people can't steal.
Thank you.
But you sitting on a stool, doing a car.
You driving in a car. Every black man drives
I could do that. That's not stealing. But if he would have been like pimped down, then we would have been like, oh, that's Katt Williams.
Or the car stopped and you got to get out.
And push the car.
Cedric didn't say all that.
Nobody does drunk Richard Pryor. Uh-huh. Everything's going to be all right. Put your hand up, officer. Just roll down the window. Everything's going to be all right, officer.
Everything's okay.
Excuse me, he taps on the window. You open the window. You roll the window down.
Yeah.
That's Richard Pryor.
That's why I asked you when he was doing this interview, was he drunk? Was he high?
No, he was regular.
Was he high?
No, he's pitching the show. He's regular.
Okay, so he was himself.
He was himself. He was funny, telling that Cedric looked like a walrus. He was funny.
So he
said Steve had a hairpiece. All of it was funny.
Okay.
It was funny.
Okay.
It was funny.
Got it.
But it went too, in my opinion, you can't do that with the people of today, because people of today are boneheads. Yeah. And they run with everything you say. And if you say anything, they run with it and say, he's telling the truth. He's a truth teller. He's doing this, and this dude doing comedy on y'all. And you know what I love about Shannon? Shannon even knew it was comedy. The way he was responding to him. Oh, why you say that, Katt? Oh, Katt, don't Shannon.
Don't hurt us.
Don't hurt us, Katt. Katt. Oh, Katt, Katt.
Oh, man, stop.
He knew what he was doing.
Okay.
For some reason, everybody else that watches stuff don't get it.
They took it hard. And when you told me that he was on that show saying stuff about these comedians, I took it to like, oh, what's going on, Katt?
Right.
But I didn't know he had a tour coming on.
We don't know. I'm assuming.
Okay.
Emerald says, hey, ladies, he is kicking another comedy tour off. Wendy says, I love Caddy straight up. Christopher says, hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
So that's our take, my take on Katt Williams. He's brilliant. I I think he's smart. He's in my top 10 comedians. And I think that he knew what he was doing. He probably does have a tour coming out or a movie or something. And he knew this would get people talking about it. And it did.
Okay.
And his audience is messy.
And they'll go see him.
So,
go ahead.
Just like you said, Monique.
Mm-hmm.
Messy.
Messy.
Okay. Epstein.
This list that they got go up.
First of all, do people even know who Jeffrey Epstein is?
Not really.
Thank you. I think a
Or
lot
do
of
they even
people
care?
talk about this list, and most people don't even know what this is, what they're talking about. Epstein is like a financial advisor guy, and he was a financial guy to celebrities.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, Christopher says, yes, Katt is a smart comedian. He is. Brilliant comedian. The fact that he even said on that show, Steve had a unit is brilliant.
Very creative in his
I wouldn't even
vocabulary.
said the word unit. I would have said he had a toupee, he had a wig. The Katt said a unit. I love it. Anyway, which ties back to him having it. He ties so many things. He's such a brilliant comedian. Okay, a unit. He has a unit of people that work with him. He has a unit that takes care of him. He has a unit on his head. He has a unit. I love Katt Williams. Just like I love Dave Chappelle because they take words and they take things, they take you back to stuff and go,
be telling stories.
wow, dude, that's a good joke. I didn't even think to do it that way.
You gotta let when they do their comedy, you gotta marinate.
Listen.
You gotta marinate it. Like what Missy Elliott said, you gotta let it marinate.
Yeah.
Especially
Ricky
Dave
Smiley, Steve Harvey, Cedric, they're a unit. Just like the unit on his head. I love it.
Let that marinate.
Anyway,
go ahead.
Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein is a financial guy. Okay. Just so you know who he is. Him and his girlfriend would have this beautiful mansion in an island that he would invite people to come to his island. Famous people, rich people, politicians, people who could change the world, kings and queens and princes and princesses. The most powerful people in the world he would bring to his island, and they would come there and have intercourse with young underage girls and boys. Okay? A lot of stuff going on that island. So he would use those girls and boys to recruit other girls and boys to come to the island. Almost like TikTok now. And they get on there and say, hey, y'all want to have fun and come to this island? And you get paid all this money just to do massages.
Fantasy Island. That's his own.
Naked massages. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
And then we pay you money. You get money. You do everything. And you get all you want. And they're the most powerful, richest people in the world that you do this for. And of course, a lot of teenagers and stuff was like, okay, whatever. But it's still illegal. Those are underage kids.
Right.
So the fact that he understood that he wasn't that good of a financial advisor, Epstein.
Right.
He figured out the way to make his money was to blackmail people.
Oh.
So come to the island.
Keep this information on
if you don't want me to say what you were doing. I got tapes. I got all kind of stuff. Give me $1 million.
And I'll keep it hush hush.
So then people started realizing, okay, we can still have our little crazy fun and we could just pay him. He's not going to say anything. And then we'll be okay. Well, these two women came out. They're grown women now and said that all this stuff was happening to them when they was underage. And that's the whole thing that brought his whole camp down.
Do they not think that that's going to happen even in the future?
We always say this now with the pastors.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
We say that now with the pastors, that stuff is coming out. Y'all don't think that what's done in the dark ain't going to come to light?
I guess people just think, like what Ice-T said, he did a lot of criminal activity.
Oh.
He didn't get caught though.
Okay.
So that's his phrase to use it.
Okay.
I never got caught.
So these
that
women
means that I'm good.
These women come out and that takes him out and his girlfriend out by them coming with the accusations. Well, they lock him up, and remember he offed himself in prison.
Yes, he did.
And the way he offed himself, everybody was like,
You think somebody got
there's
to
no
him?
way you can crush your neck and all this stuff.
Somebody got to him.
Well, that's what we saying. Because he has all these secrets.
But then getting to him ain't going to stop the secrets from
Well, if
coming out.
it's in his head, if he knows all this stuff, well, the girlfriend is still around. So let's get her. So they got her locked up somewhere, but we can't off her. Because if we off her, then they may say it's too much coincidences going on with everybody. But it's funny how a lot of other people that surrounded him were offed. A lot of the people that helped him do the stuff he did are offed.
Really?
Yeah. And they did the same thing he did in jail. They offed themselves. A little odd, don't you think?
Oh.
So now there's a list. Well, it's not a list, but the girls sued the girlfriend in a civil suit. And these documents in the civil suit where she named names. She named people who was at the island. She named people who she heard him and her talking about. She named celebrities that was friends with him. She named everything. And in these court documents, when they came out to the public, because, we can see court documents.
Mm-hmm. They're open to the public.
They had the names blacked out.
Oh.
So we couldn't see the names of these celebrities and politicians.
Okay.
We just knew the stories.
So the rumor is people are on that list.
On the list.
That's people getting accused.
Yes.
Already lies on her because Whoopi got mad.
Yes.
She on his list.
She's on the list.
She said, why am I on the list?
Well, hold on. So it's not a list, like it's not a list of names. It's the documents.
Yes.
And in the documents, these people are listed in different parts of the document.
And how they connected with him.
How they connect with him.
So you got it. It wasn't all illegal.
Right. That we know of.
That we know of. But she came clear on hers. She said, I don't go nowhere. I wasn't nowhere near this man's island or whatever.
And it don't even have to be people who he really knew.
Yeah.
It's just maybe at that time the girl said he mentioned the name of that person. Okay. And that's what made you go, oh, okay, you know that person. He could have just been bragging.
Because this information is going to take us to even our next story as well.
So some of the names on the list was Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay. On his name, it was alleged he actually did something to one of the girls when she was underage. He settled out of court, paid her millions of dollars for it to go away. Mm-hmm. So his is done with.
Okay.
Okay. But his name is still in the document. Oh, I didn't talk about how the document came out. So the Republicans or conservative people have been fighting to get this list, the names removed, the marks removed. Oh. Because they know it's a lot of Democrats in there, like Bill Clinton, a lot of governors that are Democrat, a lot of senators and congressmen and celebrities. And they don't like none of them. So they unseal that list. So we see who the names are. So Marjorie Taylor Greene and a lot of other ones have been fighting to get that, take those black marks off of there. Did you know that our own Senator Durbin was fighting to keep the black marks on there?
Durbin?
Yeah.
Was he doing it for a privacy thing?
This is allegedly.
Or is his name on there?
We don't know. Well, not all the documents have been released yet. Only a few of them have been released now. More are going to be coming out throughout the week or the weeks. So Durbin and a couple allegedly, they said, was fighting to keep the names hidden. Well, the judge ruled and said, nope, take the marks off of the names and the public should be able to see the whole suit and what happened. It's open to the public.
Okay.
And that's what happened. So this first part of the documents released and these names were on the list. On the list. That's why you said Whoopi Goldberg.
Right.
And Michael Jackson. Now, Michael Jackson never went to the island.
Right.
He was mentioned because one of the girls said she met him at this dude's house, Epstein's house in California.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, we heard, was there because of financial reasons. Remember, he was going through a whole thing with Sony. Oh. So he was there. He was literally there to meet with him for his actual job. For his real job.
Okay.
But now people don't want to hear that. Just like we was talking about with Katt Williams. They like mess.
Blend it all in.
They like mess.
Yeah.
So they put Michael Jackson on there. Oh, what was he doing? And all this. Nothing.
So stupid.
Prince Andrew was marked down as somebody who was actually doing something. Bill Clinton's name is on there. It didn't say he did anything. It just said Epstein said, she said she was talking to him, and Epstein said, well, Bill likes him young. And Bill Clinton has gone to the island. So with a message like he likes him young and he's gone to the island, you put two and two together and you assume.
Make your own story, your own narrative.
But until you can prove it, it's all alleged. So he was one. It's a couple of other people on there where their names were just mentioned that he might have been on the phone with him and she heard him, or that he said he know him or something.
Or he was doing financial things like Michael.
Now, Trump's name is on there.
Of course.
Now, you're going to get a load of this. I know Democrats don't like this. Trump is probably going to use this, and he's probably going to say it on his Truth and everywhere else. When he goes to his next rally, he's going to say this. Yeah, I was on there. You know why? He was using Mar-a-Lago with young girls. When I found out about it, because remember, you can rent out Mar-a-Lago. When I found out about it, I kicked him out of there. Not only did I kick him out of Mar-a-Lago, but I helped some of those two women you're talking about. I helped pay for them to be able to go up against him to sue him, you old dirty nothing. So it makes Trump look like a hero.
Again.
It makes the Democrats look bad. It makes Trump look good. All this is out in 2024. Man, you couldn't make a better setup.
But you know what? The sad thing about it is that the Jeffrey Epstein, it wasn't just the island and the whole situation there. You said there were other business ties with people. And that's why Oprah, because I see what's his name is saying, that's another story. Whoopi had to say, my name is mentioned too.
Yes.
She said, I wasn't nowhere near the island thing. And stuff. If she was in contact, maybe her name was mentioned.
Her name might have been mentioned.
Or she may have talked with him for some financial advice.
Or he just mentioned her name. He might have said something like,
this list is driving people crazy.
After we go see Whoopi Goldberg in concert, we're going to go back to the hotel.
Yes.
So her name, Whoopi Goldberg, is mentioned in the document.
So we're getting a little taste of what they talked about on The View. Everybody just kind of hold your
relax.
Horses. Everybody want to run with it. Like he said, what's his name? Everybody, yeah, his name probably on there too.
Yeah.
Oh, his name was mentioned too. For what though?
Everybody just relax.
I'm so tired of this Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Unless you, and the same thing with the Katt Williams.
Right.
Unless it's proven.
Right.
It's all hearsay.
It's allegedly.
It's allegedly.
Yeah.
That's it.
But go ahead.
But everybody go right with everything.
Run with the dirt.
So that's the Epstein list. Now, the reason why I said gatekeepers in our title are going to be snatched down in 2024, this isn't it. It's more documents coming. Mm-hmm. And the documents that are coming are actual acts that these women are saying that these celebrities did.
They did on them.
So, and a lot of them are big time politicians, big time celebrities. Their names
it's like that lady.
Are coming.
What's her name? Heidi?
Yes.
This is the same
They said
thing.
This makes that prostitute list, Heidi's prostitute list, look like nothing.
But my thing is, you got money, you're famous, you got money, or you're not famous, you got money. Why can't you, the worst that you could ever do is do something privately, but yeah, you'll pull somebody else in that can still tell on you.
Yes.
But I would rather do that and risk that one person I'm doing one-on-one in my basement versus going to some big old fantasy island.
Right.
With with cameras.
But that's what they saw it. They saw it as fantasy island.
Just this.
This was back in the day though.
Keep on the down low. Your little dirt mess.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody know.
David Copperfield was one of the people.
I'm sure.
And he was one that was actually alleged to actually do something. Not just mentioned.
Okay.
So it's you got to look at why the person's name is on the list and what's the allegation against them.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's all I'm saying with the Jeffrey Epstein list. Now, speaking of the Jeffrey Epstein list.
And I know Christopher said it in his thing.
Christopher said about Jimmy Kimmel.
I told Kim today when I was talking, they were talking about it on the show yesterday, one of those shows. And I said, Aaron Rodgers,
now
you better leave Jimmy Kimmel alone.
Christopher just said this. Exactly. What's the big deal with this Epstein list? Jimmy Kimmel's name is on there, allegedly. You see how Christopher thinks that Jimmy Kimmel's name is on there, allegedly, because of Aaron Rodgers.
If I can be a fly on the wall when Jimmy Kimmel made his comment about this knucklehead.
Let's talk about it.
Go ahead.
Jimmy Kimmel hits back at NFL's Aaron Rodgers over reckless comments, suggesting he was mentioned in the Epstein list. Now, first of all, I always give this disclaimer when I talk about a Packer. They're boneheads.
You know, he was a Packer.
Now, we are Bears fans, and we know Packers are boneheads.
He was a bonehead when he was playing with them and said he owned the Bears.
He's a bonehead.
He said, I own you guys.
So if I know I have somebody,
beat him down for that.
If I know I have somebody who's a bonehead, I know how to treat them respectively. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Kimmel has hit back at Aaron Rodgers and threatened legal action after the NFL bonehead quarterback appeared to suggest on a podcast that the late night television host's name would be included in the Jeffrey Epstein documents. Now that I told you what the Jeffrey Epstein documents are, you understand why Jimmy Kimmel was upset.
Oh, heck yeah.
The Jets quarterback really
he ain't playing.
He's a Packer.
He got the injury and
made the comments.
One game he played, I think.
On the Macri or whatever show on Tuesday, saying there's a lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, who's really hoping that doesn't come out, the Epstein list.
Right.
Rodgers was referencing yet to be unsealed, this was the other day, documents from the Epstein case, including the identities of more than 150 people. Epstein died by the S word in August of 2019 in a federal jail in Manhattan while awaiting trial of, trafficking. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, if that list comes out, I'll definitely be popping some sort of bottles, Rodgers said on the show. Now, he's probably mad because Jimmy Kimmel has probably done jokes about him because he's a bonehead.
He is.
But with this list...
Jimmy Kimmel has pretty much said what a lot of people think, though, about Aaron Rodgers.
Right. But because I explained to you what the list is, you saw how angry Whoopi Goldberg was about people thinking something with her. Mm-hmm. Now you would understand why Jimmy Kimmel would be upset with you even making a suggestion that I'm on that list.
Yes.
Why would I be on that list? I had no business dealings with him. I didn't go to his island. I didn't go to his home. Why would I be on that list?
He was mad at Aaron.
So he says to Aaron Rodgers, your reckless words put my family in danger.
Yes,
Keep it up and we will debate the facts further in court.
And that's what they said on TMZ, because the TMZ kids were saying, well, he didn't have to take it that serious. It wasn't like he ruined his name or anything. And then the TMZ guy, who was his name?
I don't know.
TMZ. He said, look at Jimmy Kimmel and what he said. He said, keep it up. If you keep putting my name out there, associating it with Epstein, then we're going to court.
So in other words, he said, keep my name out your mouth.
Thank you, like a Will Smith saying about Jada. Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
So I agree with that.
So Aaron, no. You went too far, my brother.
Aaron went too far.
Nobody likes you anyway.
So, he's a Packer.
Well,
was a Packer.
Was a Packer.
Always would be a Packer in my mind.
I feel like they wasting money for him now because he injured. He ain't even playing.
So that's our thing with Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel being attached to the Epstein list. And keep in mind, it's still coming out. Mm-hmm. The documents that came out today or yesterday aren't the only documents. Mm-hmm. There are more salacious documents that are coming out.
Wow.
And these are naming celebrities who went to the island, who allegedly, and they know they went to the island because they're on call records on the plane. When you get on call records, whatever those words, when you get on jets, they have to write your name down.
Even the
legally.
Private ones, right?
Even the private one. But what do they call it? Manifesto? I think it's manifestos, whatever those are.
But didn't they, and if I recall, the movie for military, do they do it a little different? Because remember, that was You Can't Handle the Truth?
Oh,
They had to go and try
the
to find the
name,
marking of
yeah.
that plane that he had took a plane. So he found one
you
of the
gotta
planes.
find it, and they have to write it down.
Wow.
So these people who allegedly are celebrities or politicians or whatever, it's proven they went to the island because it's on that manifesto or whatever that thing is called.
Okay.
And now that doesn't prove they did anything when they got to the island.
That's
you still
true.
got to prove that. But it does look bad if you go to an island.
Where you know the island, what is the whole purpose of it?
But a lot of these celebrities are saying, I didn't know that. I think Naomi Campbell was on there and she said, I didn't know he was doing that.
Well,
So you could go to somebody's home and be like, I didn't know he was doing all of that.
right.
So,
Right.
all right.
Okay.
So that's the end of that.
Jimmy Kimmel. When I heard that yesterday, I said, dude, don't mess with Jimmy.
Now, this is a story that Emerald said the other day, and my mom.
On our show yesterday.
And my mom
had mentioned it to us, but we didn't do it yesterday.
And we'll do it real quick.
Okay.
There was a 14-year-old allegedly offs his sister, gets rid of her, over Christmas gift argument. 2 male Florida siblings have been arrested and charged after one of them allegedly fatally shot their sister amid a Christmas Eve argument over Christmas presents. The second brother then allegedly shot the other for shooting the sister.
You talking about Wild Wild West.
A 14-year-old and 14-year-old.
Wild Wild West going on in the house.
A 14-year-old brother is accused of fatally shooting his 23-year-old sister, Abriel Baldwin, in the chest.
Lord have mercy.
This 15-year-old sibling then allegedly shot him in response.
Wow.
The 14-year-old is charged with first-degree M-word, child abuse, and being a delinquent in possession of a firearm, officials said. His 15-year-old brother is charged with attempted first-degree M-word and tampering with physical evidence.
They both going to jail. Or they're being charged, right?
The
Because one took the gun out because of the one hurting the sister.
Both of them suffer from gunshot wounds. They shot each other.
Wild Wild West.
The 14-year-old, the girl and the 14-year-old both suffered single gunshot wounds, officially said. Both were transported to a local hospital where Baldwin was declared deceased. The 14-year-old is now in stable condition, according to the police department.
That's sad. Did they go in details of why, though?
Let me see. They went Christmas shopping with their mother and Baldwin's 2 sons, an 11-month-old and a 6-year-old. According to the person, the younger brother was jealous that their mother was getting his older brother more gifts while they were Christmas shopping, and a family argument started. The family then left the store and went to their grandmother's house, where they continued the argument, with Baldwin's sons intending to stay with her grandmother while she went to work, the mom. The 14-year-old then allegedly produced a pistol and pointed it at his older brother, declaring that he was going to shoot him in the head, and attempted to get his brother to fight him, which the older brother refused. Their uncle, who was also in the house, separated the boys and took the younger brother out into the driveway. Baldwin then told the 14-year-old to stop arguing because it was Christmas, which escalated into the argument, with the 14-year-old then allegedly declaring that he would shoot her. So the girl is saying, y'all need to stop arguing. And now the boy with the gun saying, you need to be quiet, I'm going to shoot you. Yeah. And she's holding her infant son. He shoots her in the chest, according to the sheriff. The 15-year-old then walked outside the home with going to get his gun because he mad that he did that, and apparently went to shooting at the younger brother. Shot him in the stomach. The other one returning fire. He shoots him. It's ridiculous.
Wild Wild West. Something was not right with that boy. To be that off, that angry, that whatever, frustrated, to take a life. You actually, I don't know. It's like, did he not know the gun, the weapon that he did pick up, that it was going to take a life.
Thank you.
I've known people who have been in fights where they've used some object like a hammer or something.
Yeah.
And you don't think in that anger moment that you're hitting them because you're mad at them for something really stupid, that you can take their life.
And why are they able to get guns so easily?
Yeah, he's young. Both of them. They're underage.
Thank you.
What's
both of them?
Okay. I fought the mom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Going to her job. I fought the parent of these three, the daughter and the two sons.
Thank you.
I fought that mother.
Thank you.
She probably just as messy as they are.
Yep.
I can't even imagine both my kids shooting at each other.
They act like that. You said it's the Wild Wild West.
You get more toys than me. What's up?
Over toys.
Come on outside. And really?
And then the sister saying, stop, y'all need to stop. And you telling her, you shut up or I'm going to get you. And then
she holding the baby. So you don't care about life.
You shoot her in the chest.
You don't care about your life.
Or the baby.
Or your family. You would just, anybody walking by.
Yep.
Boom, I'm mad. Boom.
Yep.
Oh, that's sad.
That's
a sad family.
So that's the Christmas.
What's their last name? We definitely got to pray for them. Because they're going to have to sit in, once they get, whatever they need to go through for the courts, they're going to be sitting in prison thinking about this. And the mother has to go visit two of her sons. Underage.
Yep.
Well, they're underage, so they'll be tried young, and then they'll go to a real one.
Okay, so this is the one where you said
talk about this today.
The judge.
I know we're going over a little bit.
It don't matter.
Talk about this one.
This one is talking about the judge. You don't have your little one. I'm glad you don't have your little.
I used to keep my little.
You don't have that little video you sent me on the end, but that's fine.
That's fine.
You wanted to show your video.
I don't care.
Courtroom's cameras captured a dramatic scene on Wednesday when a Clark County District Court judge sentenced felon Dobra, Reed, age 30, after he pleaded guilty to attempted battery and substantially bodily harm. In the video, as Judge Mary Kay Hothus reads out the sentence, Reed suddenly jumps over the bench and tries to attack her. 3 people had to restrain him. The judge, who is 62, was injured but appears to be in stable condition after the attack. A court marshal who helped restrain Reed was taken to the hospital afterwards, but he reported to be in stable condition as well, according to a spokesperson from the court. So let's see this, what happened here.
Guilty, I hereby judge you guilty of attempt battery or substantial bodily harm.
I'm a person who never stops trying to do the right thing, no matter how hard it is. And I just, and I'm trying, and I never give up trying to do the right thing.
Judge, as contained in the pre-sentence investigation report, my client was diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. And in speaking with him, it certainly seems that he's fallen into the pattern. Fuck that bitch!
He literally said, I'm a person that tries to always do the right thing, Judge.
People watching us, what's going on in the world?
See? You see what I'm talking about?
It's the same devil, same demons. What's going on?
Do you think it's because we got more cameras now?
I don't know.
I think it's more cameras.
Because they would have still talked about it, something like this.
But back in the day, they wouldn't have had cameras in the court like that. But
even with the cameras, I see what you're saying, because it can go both ways. We didn't hear stories like this, though. Even with, if they had the cameras already to show whatever. When I was growing up, high school, college, I didn't hear about people jumping over to knock the judge down. I heard threats. Judges get threatened. But what he just did.
Christopher said he jumped over that bench like Superman.
Dude is athletic. Everybody talking about that. That's a high jump. Because I'm sure there was a distance between him and the floor and her. He went, wow.
Nah, fuck that bitch.
And I was saying today, I said if that was would there have been a different reaction if it was a black judge?
No, not a woman.
Not a woman? Because
If it was a male judge, maybe. Even a man, anybody. A man.
it caught her off guard.
Right.
Would you have moved quick enough? Or
I don't think she thought he was going to jump like that.
Yeah, nobody would think a body would come over like that. That's a good dive.
They gonna
She didn't go to the hospital.
I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do to him.
Well, I don't even know.
They're gonna put him under the jail. But all the guys at the jail gonna love him. They're gonna be like, man, I wanted to do that.
Man, what you do? You jumped the judge, man. What's up, brother?
But the police officers and all of that,
he got a beat down. I know he did behind that thing.
Oh, yeah.
They had no camera back there.
Oh, yeah.
If I was out,
and the warden is gonna say, jump over my desk.
Knocked him. I would have beat him like
the
that.
warden is gonna call
So you
him
wanna
in.
jump people.
The first day he go to prison, the warden's gonna call him in and sit him down in his office. He gonna say, jump over my desk. You like jumping, don't you? You like jumping, don't you?
Well, here's the thing. Remember that? What's that guy that? Well, I just got a idea what they do in the prisons. That one actor had the reality show. He blonde hair, and his mom and his wife. They had a reality show, and they did some illegal things, and they got sent to jail. He's blonde, and people thought he was gay.
Oh,
that family. He says they mess with him. The what do you call the people? The security people. They bother him. They don't protect him, or they'll mess with him. So you got people in jail, not just the prisoners. You got the people watching you acting crazy and doing stuff.
The prisoners is gonna be like cool with him, but the guards
may jump you,
and the warden and all of them. Nah, dude.
So we went from one family.
You know why they gonna do that?
Why?
Because they don't want to set a precedent that any person can come in that courtroom and jump over and dive at the judge or us. They're gonna be like, we gonna make a example out of you.
There have been people who have taken the bailiff's gun and tried to do something. We went from one family issue to another guy issue. What's going on? Like Marvin Gaye.
What's going on?
Lord help us.
You gotta pray.
Gosh.
Christopher says, yep, he gonna get a lot of time behind bars to think about doing the right thing.
Yeah, like he said, his little speech he gave. Now you gotta put it to use.
Talking about he do
you gotta
the right
really
thing.
live it now. You're gonna do the right thing because they're gonna be telling you that when to get up, when to lay down, when to eat, when to use washroom.
Right.
Do the right thing.
All right, so that's it. Wendy says Trivia Friends Friday.
All right,
so that's
Wendy,
tomorrow.
We ready.
Don't forget to get our book, 100 Family Friendly Jokes. The link is in the description, and the book is on Amazon. Don't forget to, you want to pray real quick?
Oh, yeah. Father God, we thank you. We give you glory and honor, oh God. And we just thank you for your protection. It's so important now to just be covered with your blood and just to be prayed up and just to have a relationship with you, regardless of what happens in our lives, good or bad. Lord, knowing that you are our strength and you are our strong tower, and we thank you. We thank you for another opportunity to share our opinions and the news and just keep people updated on what's going on and even put a little twist on it regarding how we feel about things. But understanding these are real life situations that are happening, whether it's dealing with an entertainer, comedian, like we talked about Katt Williams and all of the other comedians that he has maybe spoken their names, the family that did the whole Wild Wild West thing, this gentleman, the Epstein. There's a lot of messiness going on. And we know the enemy he's doing what he's come to do, kill, steal, and destroy. He wants to destroy lives. He wants to kill. He wants to hurt people, assassinate them. And as far as their reputations, he wants character assassination. That's what he's about doing. And that means that the people of God who understands prayer need to pray even more intercede even more for not only just your families, but for protection, angels protecting us as we go to and from our homes, protecting us on the highways, in the byways, in the stores. And we just pray right now for Katt Williams. I pray for his heart. If there's a calling on his life, which I know it is, Father, because you got a calling on all of our lives to be a light in some kind of way. I pray for him. I pray a spirit of adoption over Katt Williams. I pray, oh God, the boldness that he has, that it be used for your glory. How Paul's life was turned around in the word of God. You can do it to anybody, oh God, once they receive you and have it and make you Lord of their lives. I pray for all the comedians. I know he got a show coming up, but Father God, we just pray that allegedly tour coming up. But I just pray for him. I pray for that family. A lot of families are probably dealing with that anger, mental illness, just all of the issues that family with the Christmas situation and the whole Wild Wild West thing. We pray for the gentleman that just misbehaved in the courtrooms. We pray a spirit of adoption over them. We pray that you touch their minds, oh God, and their hearts, that they receive deliverance and being set free from whatever is bothering them and keeping them bound. Hallelujah, that the chains be broken in their lives, oh God, that they come to know you and to be and receive your love, oh God. And we just pray for the Epstein situation. We know he's gone, but any name on that list, oh God, your word even says what's done in the dark will come to light. And whatever name has come to light and surface and the messiness or whatever, oh God, we just pray that they be transparent and apologize and ask for forgiveness and move on. But we give you glory and honor for what you're about to do in all the people's lives that even listen to us, oh God, and cover each and every family. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, y'all. Don't forget, if you like to bless us, go to Cash App, the Woods Report, or you can do something right in the chat, Super Chat. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Always believe.
Yes.
And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.
Okay.
See you later, TikTok.